Media Watch Now, James Creedon is here. To him, I now say thank you for the music.
You could sing it as well if you want.
Thank you for the music. You're talking music and candidates and politics.
That's right. It's a heavy musical theme this evening, Mark. Where it all started with Newt Gingrich a couple of days ago in the US when he was sued by the 80s band Survivor. Now, one of their songs... Eye
of the Tiger, Survivor. Yeah?
That's right. And it was the theme tune for Rocky 3. Yeah. And it's a very rousing kind of, I suppose, emotional piece. And it's a great one to get the crowd up and it's sort of chanting and, in favour of you. So Newt Gingrich has been playing it at political rallies for the last number of weeks. In fact, I think I saw one article saying since 2009 he's been playing it.
Right.
And now Survivor have had enough. They've just had enough. And one of their band members, by the name of Frankie Sullivan, the former guitarist, his company has sued Newt Gingrich. Let's take a listen, actually, to how it has been used in political rallies.
Newt and Callista Gingrich.
I'd vote for him. Would you vote for him?
I wouldn't vote for anybody.
Right, okay. You see, so I'm not sure
I might vote for you.
Right, there you go, if I was singing it maybe. But in any case, what the Huffington Post have done is they've had a look back at all of these clips that have been used by politicians over the years without paying one single penny to the artist in question.
Which isn't fair.
Do you remember the whole SOPA, PIPA debate in the US recently about internet or intellectual property? So let's take a look online. There was Sam and Dave, Hold On, I'm Coming by Barack Obama. You had Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. That's another 80s number.
Sam and Dave's a good choice. That's a great song, isn't it? No wonder he won.
But you see, they all serve to create an impression. Now, actually, Nicolas Sarkozy...
Bruce Springsteen was angry about Reagan doing that, wasn't he? Because Born in the USA is not about the kind of things that Reagan was standing for. It's actually quite a...
I wasn't aware that there was that kind of debate.
Quite a subversive sort of song in some ways.
And then it was misused as a sort of nationalistic piece. MGMT, they had a piece called Kids, which was used by Nicolas Sarkozy in his campaign in 2007.
Always a bad sign.
And subsequently sued. He had to pay €30,000, or the UMP party
But New Labour, Tony Blair, when that all happened in 1997, they just took a song by Dee Ream.
Right.
It's called Things Can Only Get Better. And believe me, in those days, they could only get better. And they stormed to victory, of course, with their approval.
So this is it. And it all creates, I suppose, an impression. Now, I think it's quite interesting. One way around this being sued business is have your own song written for you. Now, Jacques Chirac was smart enough to have done that back in 1981 with a very simple, catchy slogan, Votons Jacques Chirac.
Let's vote for Jacques Chirac.
Let's take a listen.
Okay. Mes chers compatriotes. I mean, that is a belter of French Europop, isn't it?
And it was perfectly of the time, 80s music.
Completely.
Lots of kind of, and a very simple kind of, Votons Jacques Chirac, maintenant président.
You couldn't mistake the meaning, you couldn't mistake the message. It was all clear.
Nice little kind of subliminal, kind of getting the point across.
Completely.
Well, actually, except he didn't even get into the second round in 1981, so
what's
didn't
the
work
message?
that well.
If you have a good song, it doesn't work, or do you need to have a bad song to get through?
Unfortunately, I don't think there's any one single message this evening.
We could take a few out of this one, couldn't we? The message is get someone's approval or they'll sue you.
This is exactly. Have someone write a song for you, and you neatly sidestep being sued, which is increasingly the done thing now.
Indeed.
If artists find their song being used.
Jacques Chirac, there he goes, twice president, but with that number he didn't get elected, which is phenomenal, I think.
But anyone who wants to listen to it, it's on YouTube, and it's dangerously catchy.
Okay, everyone wants to be president these days, don't they?
They do.
Who's next?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Actually, if anyone else wants to kind of... This is a whole sub-genre online. You've got another one by Nicolas Sarkozy in 2007, Sarkozy à l'Élysée. It also sort of vaguely rhymed. François Bayrou, who was a candidate in 2007. There's a sort of a hip-hop song of his. I wanted to play them all, but there's only time for so many.
Hang on, François Bayrou is about as hip-hop as, I don't know.
You see, that's even more bizarre, but no one would have understood the lyrics.
Yeah. And he's from, his constituency is somewhere in rural France. I mean, hip-hop and that just doesn't go.
I think it wasn't the official theme tune. I think it was some fan of his who who put this together.
Okay.
But it's a whole subgenre.
So he's got fans everywhere.
It's a
Good.
whole subgenre of music on YouTube. Political slogan, kind of campaign songs.
As ever, this has been an enlightening Media Watch with the one and only James Creedon.
Thanks, Mark.
If he didn't exist, they would have to invent him. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Short break, then more news. And of course, we've got sport for you too. Sad news from the world of boxing. The death of the man who was the legendary cornerman of Muhammad Ali. Angelo Dundee has died. We have a reaction to that and all the other sport too. Stay with us.